Folks, welcome to tonight's game between the Kentucky Wildcats and the Connecticut Huskies. And of course, here's our starting lineup.
We have two excellent players matched at the point guard position. It's going to be interesting to watch how they each try to get their team involved throughout the game.
Tonight really should be a good one. We've got two excellent point guards going at it. Number 12 is the type of player that can shoot the ball without effort from three-point land. He's got a beautiful stroke.
Starting across from him tonight is a player known more as a floor general or an extension of the coach out there.
I couldn't agree more with you, partner. Let's get down to the court and join the action. All right, buckle up, folks. Here we go.
Tips up, and the game is on, baby.
The shooting guard gets the pass. They work it around the perimeter. Might be a ball screen here, Dick.
Well, you got to use that screen. Hey, how the dribbler uses the screen is important in a pick-and-roll situation.
10 on the shot clock. For two. And in and out. The small forward with the ball. Both teams are looking to get something going here. Working it around the perimeter. He intercepts it. Number 12 takes the pass for the bucket. Perfectly executed. Our three-prong attack tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Brad Nessler with Dick Vitale and our friend EA Aaron Andrews checking in from the sideline. Hawkins receives the ball. On the shot clock. Goes up for two. The lay-in. Kicks it out. Tries for two. Perfectly executed.
Get out of the way, baby. That was absolutely sensational. Trying to get that ball movement, get that good spacing.
Two, up and in. Now looking for the ball screen, Dick.
Hey, the two-man game, Brad. So many teams incorporate it into their scheme because it works.
Lets it fly. He can't get the bucket to fall. Hawkins receives the pass.
Up and inside.
Now in transition.
Terrific score off the fast break.
There's the tempo for the game thus far.
These teams are selectively pushing the ball and looking for transition opportunities.
Let's go courtside. What do you got for us, Aaron?
Brad, both coaching staffs expected this to be an even matchup. Who will throw the first punch, and how will the other react?
Aaron Andrews always close to the action. Trying to feed the low block for the bucket. Perfectly executed. Coach hollering out instructions from the sideline. They go into the low block. Number 12 is whistled for the foul. First personal foul. Points off turnovers, Dick, a stat I know coaches pay a lot of attention to.
Hey, Brad, it sure is. You want to limit your opponent's number of points off turnovers. Ultimately, you want to nullify the easy baskets.
Adam Momentary look from three-point land. On the shot clock. Turnaround jumper.
I tell you, what a nice turnaround jump shot. Soft as velvet, fading away, impossible to block. They've got a shooter spotting up on the three-point line.
The Wildcats are definitely a slow-it-down type of team, Dick, and they're all about clock management and half-court execution.
The moment they get away from this, they aren't as successful.
Goes up for two. Off the rim and no good. Tries for two. Can't get the shot to drop. The point guard receives the ball. Play results in a backcourt violation.
You have to take care of the rock, baby.
Randall pops back into the ballgame after a well-deserved rest.
Wow, he makes such an impact on his team when he's in the game. At both ends of the court, Brad.
He shoots from left of the circle. Off the mark. At the half, the Huskies are trailing by 2. Let's take a look back and watch the play of the half. Let's revisit those points of emphasis, Dick.
They've done a subpar job of executing and delivering on the keys I brought up during pregame. They must reconsider their style of play for the second half if they want to get the W.
Well put, and we'll see how these teams do in the second half. Connecticut collected very few rebounds out there, Mr. Vitale. Is it a lack of aggression, you think?
Hey, if they're lacking aggression, that would mean they had some to begin with. I saw no aggressiveness towards rebounding in the first half.
Dick, we're heading into the second half in our player matchup. It's going about the way we thought it would.
I'll tell you, really great balance out there because you look at the Stars right now, they're getting the ball in the right place on the court where they can be effective.
The center takes the pass. He hammers it home.
You can almost see that coming. They were a little bit lazy on the defensive end. Mr. Excitement with that jam.
Harrison handles the feed. Looking to move it around the perimeter for 2. Way off target.
Pressure that basketball. Help one another. Communicate.
For the bucket. Perfectly executed.
Dump it inside. The defender is still applying great ball pressure, Brad.
Hawkins handles the feed. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Questionable shot selection there.
Yeah, that's horrible, Mr. Nessler. Horrible shot selection.
Inside. Nice move with the face-up.
I'll tell you one thing, Brown. I like guys that are versatile in that post. Facing up is a way to take advantage of 3 basic moves.
You start comparing these backcourts, Dick. What are your impressions so far?
You know, well, for me, Brad, good guard play will take you a long ways. If you think about teams in the past, they all had good guards who can apply good ball pressure, attack off the dribble, and distribute the ball. I can't emphasize enough how important backcourt play is.
Second shot is good. They might have him in some trouble here, Dick.
Hey, they got him in some trouble, Brad.
Young may have escaped one there. Goes up for 2. The lay-in.
That's a breakdown. That'll drive him towards bananas. Help you to lose your hair.
Defender right up on the ball. They'll work it around the arc. He goes for 3. Comes up empty. Gave it up. Here's There's a block from behind.
My man was on a mission.
Up and in. Young handles the pass. He blocks the shot. And the ball goes out of bounds. Number 5 comes back into the game.
I tell you, they need their leadership out there. This kid's got leadership skills, just like you, Mr. Nestler.
Let's check in courtside with Aaron Andrews. Aaron?
Brad and Dick, not too many differences between these two players. Seems as though they're almost canceling each other out on the floor. This now could come down to which team is stronger.
That's, of course, Aaron Andrews, our correspondent on the sideline. Now they work it around the perimeter with the J. Strokes the 2. Dick, at defense, looks tired.
Hey, that's no excuse. They've got to dig down deep and get the job done.
Hawkins receives the pass. For the bucket. The lay-in. This one is shaping up to be a barn burner, Dick.
At this point in the game, clock management and execution are really important. The team that does these things well will win, I guarantee it.
They'd like to get it inside to the low block. Unable to so far. Nice job of packing it in defensively.
Yeah, they're really doing a great job packing it in. Did a great job of anticipating that lateral pass.
For 2. Not there. Pushes it up. He squares up down on the low block.
I tell you, teach your player to face up. You get in triple threat position. You can drive, shoot, or you can pass.
He misses the jumper. On the outside. How can you not love this game and the hoopla and fanfare that goes along with it?
You're right. The student sections, the bands, and the crowd are always urging their team to victory, like a sixth man. And
we're back to a 2-point game. The small forward handles the pass. That's a matter of clock management, isn't it, Dick?
It looks like they're going to slow the game down by fouling, Brad.
Boy, it's so important when you're getting points off turnovers, and look at that stat.
I'll tell you one thing, coaches go nuts. If that stat's negative, it absolutely makes you lose your air and you get balled like I am. It's a 2-point game. The fans are going to make it even tougher, Brad.
You didn't expect them to quiet down, did you, Dick? They're set to throw it in from the side. Foul, and that stops the clock again. Well, here's a look at the turnover situation, Dick. Probably one of the stats that coaches really care about the most.
I'll tell you, definitely, Brad. Turnovers are missed shot opportunities. And without shot opportunities, winning games becomes really difficult.
The Huskies are in the bonus. Number 12 going to the line for the first time tonight.
Good. They really need a score here to turn this into a one-possession game.
Timeout. They want to talk it over right here. And with that timeout, we go to the third member of our broadcast team. Aaron?
Well, Brad, this is a great opportunity for the coaches to calm their players down. I'm sure they're anxious, and they may be a little frazzled. Let's see how it all works out, guys.
Calling the shots from the sidelines, Dick, is definitely not an easy gig.
I'll tell you, Brad, that's one of the reasons why I got out of coaching. There's so many highs and lows, and, man, you got to be able to handle it physically, mentally, and you do this over a 30-game season. It's not an easy gig, baby, but it pays well. It'll be interesting to see who responds how out of the timeout, Brad.
Hawkins receives the ball. Kicks it out. He intercepts it. And they continue to foul to stop the clock. Chance to get an easy one here. Makes the front end of the 1-and-1. They're seeing them all fall from the line tonight.
That's a crucial plus down the stretch, Brad.
Makes his second shot. Dick, they're really getting it done from the line tonight, aren't they?
And a surprisingly collective effort, Brad.
I look for something different here coming out of this timeout, Dick.
I wouldn't doubt it, Brad.
Attempts the Hail Mary. No. Well, Richard, why don't you recap our points of emphasis?
Every game there's a plan, Brad. If you execute the game plan, you usually win. Occasionally, you'll play a better team, and they'll just beat you because they're more skilled. However, with a solid game plan and the ability to play your team style, anything can happen.
Playing within yourself and your abilities is what it's all about. We say it time and time again. Dick, we know the TV business, you've got to have marquee matchups, but it's still about team basketball.
Well, I think it played out fairly well, but it's all within the realm of the team. The one thing I like about the Stars, they're playing as a unit with their teammates.
Connecticut found themselves in a heck of a battle before pulling away at the end.
They came into favor.